Hi everyone, this is Eric the Cyborg again, coming back to you guys with another deck profile. This is Crusadias, or in the OCG they are called Palladians, which honestly I don't see why Konami decided to change it. But anyway, this is a OTK based deck. Its main focus is going second, but you can also go first to set up to have your negation set up, which I'll kind of explain, but not really. Anyway, let's get into it. So your main startup monsters is 3 of the Maximus. This is your main. This is one of your main staple 3-ofs. All the Crusadia monsters have the same ability. Is that you can summon them from your hand to a zone that a lead monster points to in the fence. And his separate effect is that he targets a Crusadia Link monster, and that monster gets double battle damage. So he helps with your OTK. Next is Triple Leonis. He gives your Link monster piercing damage, and is also one of your main targets for another card, which I'll be showing you guys later. And then also 3 of the Draco. When he's summoned, you target a Crusadia card, important card, from your graveyard to your hand. So it could be either the monsters or any of this wasn't traps. 2 of Arborea. She's kind of like Return of the Dragon Lords for this deck. Basically, if a Crusadia monster or monsters would be destroyed by battle card effects, you can banish her from either field or graveyard, and they're basically not destroyed. And also she is a tuner, so when we do get Needle Fiber, I'll probably bump her up to 3 once we get Needle Fiber, if we ever get them. And then the last Crusadia monster is Reclusia. When he's summoned, you target a Crusadia card on your field, and then one card your opponent controls, and then you basically just destroy them both. There's a combo with the Reclusia and Arborea. Basically, you just summon a Reclusia, target himself, and then target another card. And then if you have Arborea in your graveyard, you can just bash Arborea so that you get basically a free pop for the Reclusia. But you're going to barely be using that kind of combo unless you're really desperate to do it, to be honest. That's the Crusadia monster lineup. Onto the World Legacy support. World Crown has the same summoning effect as the Crusadia monsters, but this one has additional effects. Is that you can tribute this card to basically negate any extra deck monster effects and destroy that monster. And if he was a normal summoner set at all, and if he's tributed by any means, you basically search for a World Legacy Spell of Trap card, which in this deck would mainly be your World Legacy Succession. So that's the whole Crusadia lineup for the deck. Onto the other cards that I run. For me, I'm only running 3 of the Kaijus, 1 Gamma Seal, 1 Jizukiru, and 1 Thunder King. The Kaijus aren't really a main focus in my version. They're just good to have. I mean, they obviously help boost up your actual boss monster in the deck by just giving your opponent the Gamma Seal and then just giving yourself either the Jizukiru or Thunder King. Either way, you're dealing a lot more damage, and plus they help get rid of bigger threats. And I am running 3 Rescue Cats. This helps you make your Naturi Beast plays with the Valeraphon or Bambi. And yeah, this is essentially in here to help make a nap beast. And then the hand traps right now that I have are 2 drone lockbirds and 2 veilers. Once I get the ash blossoms from Shadows in Valhalla coming out later this week, I'm gonna switch the veilers out for the ashes, and then move these to my side deck. Those are all the monsters. It's a really big monster lineup. That's the majority of the deck. Onto the spells. Only one of the field spell because it's not necessary, but it's good to have because it gives your Crusadia League monster an additional 500 attack, and basically you can use this to have your monster basically attack everything once. So if you want to just like wipe out their like whole entire board, this allows you to do that. Then also triple power. This is basically like running 6 Call by the Graves in this deck because this makes your Crusadia monster unaffected by other card effects this turn, and it's only once per turn effect. So make sure you use it wisely. And then Legacy Succession, honestly, probably one of the best Monster Reborn spells in this deck because you can help make your boss monster to a bigger beat stick. And then for my extenders, I'm running 3 of the Hornet drones. I only use this to help extend my plays and to help chain block out like the ash and stuff like that. So this helps extend my plays farther. And then triple Call by the Grave because hand traps really do hurt this deck a lot. You would mainly want to have these if you're going to go with the Rescue Cat play, obviously, because Rescue Cat can be ash, so you want to have that. And then so on and so forth with the rest of the hand traps, or if anything in the graveyard that you don't want in there anymore, so you just can get rid of it. And then classic Monster Reborn, and then the 1 Kaiju Slumber. I might take this on in the future. I'm not entirely sure yet because I am only running 3 Kaijus, but it's good for when I have it, which is sometimes it's useful, sometimes it isn't. It'll probably be like one of my like side deck options to like take out for a side deck. And then the last card is the one Crusadia Vanguard trap card. This basically helps you like switch out like your monsters. It basically lets you switch out your monsters, and also while this is face up, your opponent can only attack your Link monster, which is why you want to build him up to where he's like a huge amount of attack, so that it's like, oh, they can't beat over it, so you can't do anything to it at all. So that's the main deck. Onto the extra deck. Extra deck right now I have is 14. I'm missing a unicorn, or I'm trying to find my unicorn. I don't know where it went, but that's the 15th spot is the Nightmare Unicorn, just letting you guys know. So I have the 1 Kagari and the 1 Hayate for the drones. I am not running Shizuku because the only Sky Striker spell that I'm running is the drones, and there's no point of running her. So just these 2 is fine enough because it helps chain block and attacks directly. Now for the Crusadia Link monsters, must-have staple is the 3 Magius. All the Crusadia monsters have the same first effect, is that they gain attack based on whatever monster they're pointing to, and it's only their original attack. It's not the current attack, which is fair. With him, if a monster is summoned to his own it points to, he searches for a Crusadia monster and adds it to your hand. Regulex is the same thing, except he searches spells or traps. Then I have Phoenix and Cerberus, and then again, I'll let you guys know I'm missing a unicorn, so that's my third nightmare monster that I'll have in here. And then the big guy himself, 2 of the Equamax. This is your main one. I've seen people only run one of them, but it's like, what if they if they ever out the first one? What are you gonna do from that point? So I say running 2 is your best option. For him, it's the same first effect, gains attack to whatever he points to, and also monsters that he points to cannot attack. So you pretty much just have your 2 monsters pointing to him, and then like a kaiju right there is like the kaiju can't attack either. And then his last effect is that is a quick effect. You can basically tribute a Crusadia or a World Legacy card that's pointing to it, tribute it, and then target 1 card in the field and negate its effects. So he does help out with a more like control aspect of the deck. And then for more OTK power, the 1 Boros Sword. You'll rarely go into it a lot, but if ever that situation comes up where it's like I can actually make this guy and do it. And if you don't have Boros Sword, put Borreload in. And then the last one is the 1 Nat Beast, because Rescue Cat, and then Dawn Dragster for more spell negation. So that is my version of Crusadias. It'll be being changed a lot throughout the time, but right now this is what I have. It's doing pretty good for me, but it's up to you, your guys' preference on how you want to build your deck. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, click that little bell to get notified on our videos, and we hope to see you all next time.